I saw someone post this elsewhere, wanting to know what it is. Others in the comments Googled it, and the results they got are spark plug cleaner, etc., but apparently look nothing like this. It was found in Goosenarg, UK, seemingly in a field near a farm gate but not attached to it. Unfortunately, that's all I can get from the post. The original poster isn't responding. Any ideas on what this is? It's an automatic door check and closer, sold in the 1950s by Forsen Design and Engineering Company Limited. It's a mechanical device fitted to a door to control its movement and close it automatically after it was opened. The purpose was to prevent drafts, keep doors from slamming, and ensure doors closed automatically for safety and privacy. What is this pump thing I found by a bag of balloons? I don't have other pictures, as I really didn't want to touch something that even remotely resembles an enema out in the wild. I found it by an American Legion building, which is also right down the block from a busy meth house. So old people blowing up balloons or some way to do drugs were my first go-tos. I'm genuinely curious what this mystery item is. Thanks. It's a 1930s De Vilbiss nebulizer, a device that allows for the application of a medication in a spray of tiny droplets. As an otolaryngologist, Dr. Alan De Vilbiss of Toledo, Ohio, would have had many occasions in which he needed to apply a medication to a patient's nasal cavities or throat. Dissatisfied with the available devices, he developed his first atomizer around 1887, and over a number of years added refinements and options for various needs. Dissolving the local anesthetic cocaine in an oil base to both numb and coat the nasal cavity and throat was a common treatment during Dr. De Vilbiss's time, and so he made sure that his atomizers could convert warmed semi-liquids as well as liquids into a spray. The De Vilbiss atomizer quickly became a popular medical device. What is this wooden object with teeth and a big hinge? I was going through my late grandmother's things, and we came across this object and could make absolutely no sense of it. It was stored next to yarn and knitting or crochet supplies, and the markings on it make me think yarn was maybe very tightly wrapped around this thing. The hinge allows it to be folded in the middle. Does anyone know what this could be? It's a version of a tied waffle weave loom, also called a butterfly loom, designed to create square or rectangular motifs by wrapping yarn and knotting. You wind layers of yarn around the indents in the square, tie them together at the intersections, then tie the squares together by the edge loops into a larger project. The hinge allows you to free the square when you are done tying. What is this thing I found inside a very big home that was throwing it away during a move? There was a lot of very old stuff in this house, so it's most likely pretty old. They were also throwing away Hermes dust bags and Tiffany & Co. Some vintage china, expensive artwork, and stuff like that, so I thought this looked interesting and wanted to sell it, but I have no idea what it is. Does anyone know? This is a traditional Indonesian shadow puppet known as a wayang kulit, a traditional Javanese form of puppet theater. I saw similar puppets at Yale University Art Museum a few weeks ago. A linen cloth is hung, and light from oil lamps is used to back illuminate the puppets, which are used to tell complex stories and mythological tales. Here's how it looks behind the screen. The term wayang refers both to the show as a whole and the puppet in particular. The dramatic stories depict mythologies, such as episodes from the Hindu epics, the Ramayana, and the Mahabharata, as well as local adaptations of cultural legends. Dad found this on the side of the road. One tag says it was made in Switzerland, and it's empty inside, but the lid has thumb screws, and it looks like they were made to suspend something. Any info about what this might be would be helpful. It's an aiming circle cover. Here's mine from my grandfather, taken from a knocked-out Iraqi army artillery battery, circa Desert Storm. It's a precision surveying and sighting instrument used by military artillery units to measure azimuths, elevate or depress angles, and lay weapons for direction. What is this, some sort of pin? I found this mixed in with some random old beads and jewelry that my mom found for me at a yard sale in the US. It's smaller than a penny and has 3 sorts of sharp pins on the back. It seems old. The letters in the first photo are a bit hard to see. It just says OK on it. Does anyone know what it may be? It's a vintage shoe toe tap, a toe protector to prevent the wearing out of the tip of the sole of a shoe. I have used those in the dim and distant past to extend the life of shoes. They are most commonly seen on men's shoes, though women's shoes also had them in the past. Another day of dismantling an old shed, and another weird thing that I have no idea about. I added pictures of the old shed for context. Has anyone ever come across one of these before? It's an antique corn sheller. It basically strips dried corn off the husks. It was patented on June 30th, 1903 by Asahel Huntington Patch of Clarksville, Tennessee. You turn the handle and feed dried ears of corn into the top, and it strips the kernels off of the cob. The spikes are sickle mower blade guards. They serve as stationary, slotted, or pointed fingers that guide crops into the moving knife sections, protect the blades from damage, and provide a sharp edge for a precise scissor-like shearing action. I found this bowling ball pin with a pin and a handle thing in an old house I was renovating, and I have no idea what it is, except that it's old. The shaft is adjustable, and it looks a bit mushed on the bottom, so it's like it strikes something. I'm wondering if it's some kind of slide hammer. Google search doesn't turn up anything that I could find. Does anyone know what this would have been originally used for? It's a 19th century graduated Indian club, an adjustable wooden exercise club. It was patented on March 2nd, 1897 by Ralph R. Gibson of Boston, Massachusetts. You slide the shaft out farther and it increases the weight. It is the first and only Indian club designed with an adjustable shaft that could be set to 12 different lengths for more difficult club swinging. What is this cast iron item that I've got, but I have no idea what it is? It's quite heavy. I think it's meant to hook onto something, and it says patented January 31st, 1888. After I posted it on a Facebook group a year ago, some guesses in the comments have been a spring from an early automobile, or a heat disperser from an antique wood stove, or the top cover to a twine dispenser. I would really like to just know more about this thing and what it is for. Please tell us down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.